Hi, this is Catherine Roseland with BoardGameGeek. I'm sitting here with Fabien Connu from Madago, and he's here to talk about the new expansion for Kemet, Ta-Seti.
Thank you, yes. So Kemet Ta-Seti is actually the first expansion to Kemet, which has been very, very successful. And yeah, it was a game all about fighting in like a mythical Egypt, mythical Egypt. And this is the expansion. It actually brings several new modules to the game, and you can decide to play with only one module or two, a couple of them, or all of them.
Giving lots of variability.
Exactly, exactly. So maybe to start, the first module is a module that doesn't require any new components. It's just a new way to win your victory condition. So very simply, the way you decide of the victory condition is a little bit different.
All right.
We have also a small expansion to work on the turn order. That was some people complained in the base game that the turn order could be too important. So now there is a new phase in the game where at the end of each round you will kind of bid on where you want to be on the turn order track, and you do that by using the combat card that were used in the base game. So basically, it's like an additional combat between all the players. In order to give an advantage to the players who are a little bit lagging behind, every time you lose a fight, or every time you are removed from the board, you receive a special token like this. And this token can be added to your card in order to improve your bids.
Mm-hmm. Basically. And they work only in the turn order phase.
Yeah, exactly. The next module, very important one, is the new black pyramid.
Look at these dice, they're gorgeous.
So in the base game you had three colors. You had the white, the blue, and the red. And now you have the fourth color, which is the black pyramid. And of course the corresponding powers that come with this pyramid. Since you still have only 3 spaces in your city for pyramids, it means that each game you'll have to actually give up on one color. And that's a decision you'll have to make throughout the game. And the new powers are, of course, really awesome, with new miniatures.
Yeah, these are
like
fantastic.
So new creatures that can travel with your troops and give you huge bonuses, of course. You have also a new tile that gives you mercenaries. I don't know if you can see them here.
Yeah.
And the mercenaries are basically new troops for you to add to your army, so make you actually more powerful. And so that's the other module. And the last, oh no, not the last, I forgot this one. There's also another very small module. It just adds 2 combat cards. Each player receives 2 additional combat cards that are the same, so it just adds some variety to the combat cards that you can play throughout the game. And finally, and that's basically the main part of the expansion, is this new board. It's a modular board, by the way, so you can arrange it in different ways. And this is the path to Ta-Seti. So Ta-Seti was a land located in the south of Egypt, and there was kind of a legend about a mysterious city in this land. And this is the mysterious city here, and this is the path to this land. And on this path you will have your priests. So you get actually 3 new figurines. Each player gets them, and these are the priests. And the priest will actually travel on this path. Every time a player performs a move action, before he does anything on the main board, this priest can actually travel from one location to the other. And as the priest travels, he can gather bonuses. And when he stops in a location, he has a decision to make. So let's imagine he's here. Either he stays on the board, and so that means that on a later turn he could continue his journey towards the mysterious city. Or he can say, okay, I'm going to stay here and I get the bonus, and he goes back to the beginning of the board. And these are objects, so these tiles with the rounded sides are objects that you can use once in the game, and they give you again a bonus. Or you can have skills. These are skills with the pointed sides here. And the skills is a little bit different. So when the priest decides to take a skill, you take the skill, and the priest does not go back to the beginning. It goes on the board. It gets added to your army. And so the army that travels with the priest gets this bonus here. And so you can actually stack the skills.
All right,
That way,
that's very nice.
a priest can have actually several skills, and it makes your armies more powerful. And of course, if you spend enough time on this path, you might actually reach the city. And if you reach the city, you get a permanent victory point, which again is the goal of the game, is to get victory points. And yeah, so that's pretty much what all this expansion brings.
Lots of new goodies
modules.
for the game, right?
Exactly.
Adding more variability.
That's the goal. Yeah, basically adding more stuff to the game without making the game really more complicated or longer. It's just a very dynamic and fast-paced game. So.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. That is the expansion for Kemet, Ta-Seti.